that which is most important. As the god spoke, the wind thrust the seeds of a dandelion high into the sky. The birds thrust out their wings, but the breeze was all too mild, leaving them to stumble across the earth. So they went to the gorge, where the wind showed off its wild and incomparable strength. They threw themselves off the cliff and flapped their wings amongst the howling winds until they were able to fly freely in the sky. To the animal god they went to gleefully say, "We understand now. All we needed was a stronger wind to fly." In reply, the animal god said, "What you lacked was not wind, but courage. It is courage that has allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world."
That's a cool story. But is the Knight's gliding manual really written in that style? Huh. Anyway, let's go find Amber.
Great, you're here. Did you have a good read-through of the gliding manual? Sounds like it was a real drag. I would know. Ugh, the gliding manual is super dry. I couldn't get into it at all.
Really? Paimon thought there were some pretty cool
Stories? Oh, you must mean the example cases in the appendix. Some of them I like. My favorite one is about the illegal Anemo slime takeoff. Apparently, if you pop an Anemo slime and take off in the burst of wind, it shoots you up really...
No, not that story. Paimon meant the one with the little bird who wanted...
What? Let me take a look. Oh, shoot. This is the storybook I used to read as a kid. Oops, sorry. I put both books in the same pile and must have grabbed the wrong one when I was leaving.
How in the heck do you confuse a bedtime story with an instruction manual?
This is so embarrassing. It's because maybe deep down inside, that fairy tale is the thing that truly taught me how to... What you lacked was not wind. It's courage that's allowed you to become the first flying birds of this... Reading that gave me the courage to glide, to become an outrider, and to become the gliding champion of Mondstadt. But anyway, let's get back to the exam. Don't be nervous. Just glide like you're used to. Okay then, you just need to follow the marked route.
traveler. You are required to land at once by the order of the Knights of Favonius. I am Otto of the Knights of Favonius.
What's going on?
Please, show me your gliding license. It is against the law to glide without a license. I am arresting you under Section 7, Article... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will forever carry on the wind.
Wait, I'm an instructor. This is a gliding exam.
Oh, I see. Well, you picked a bad time to hold your gliding exam.
Really? Why?
The Knights of Favonius received a report from a sister at the cathedral claiming she saw Raptor gliding around these parts.
Raptor? Who's that?
A known criminal in Mondstadt. He always uses a wind glider to commit his crimes, so people started calling him Raptor.
Wow, he flies fast then.
So far, we haven't managed to catch him. Our plan this time was to draw him into the cathedral with a precious artifact, but he escaped with the artifact. Fortunately, one of the sisters put some secret markings on the artifact using... But he was too fast, and we couldn't even keep up.
Well, if you need help chasing down a gliding criminal, I'm the one for the job. So tell me, which way did he...
As far as I know, he was last seen near Springvale. But that was some time ago.
Leave it to me. With us chasing him down together, he doesn't stand it. Once we've got this Raptor guy, we'll pick up where we left. But no need to worry. I'll be sure to have a word with G... There must be some clues about Raptor around here. The sister from the cathedral put some secret animal...
Use your elemental sight and keep your... Ooh, hey, what do you think this is?
It looks like a broken tree branch. A strip of cloth with animal markings on it. Looking at the design and the way it's woven, there's a good chance it came from a wind glider.
Wow, Outriders have to be textile experts now? It's a harder job than Paimon thought. How do we know if this was left by...
Anemo slimes are airborne creatures. They don't leave marks on the ground unless someone stomped on one to take off.
How do we know if this was left by...
Either way, let's make a mental note of these markings. It appears that the elemental markings point...
Huh. Well, do you think he ran off ahead?
There's only one way to find out. Come on, we should keep...
Ooh, what's that?
It sounds like there's a battle going on. Could that be... Quick, let's keep going. If this really belongs to Raptor, it must mean his wind glider is broken. Leave it all to me. Come a little closer.
Thank goodness, the Knights of Favonius have arrived.
What happened?
I can't believe it, but the hilly...
Hilly churls? But I thought the Knights of Favonius had cleared out most...
It's a small camp, not too far from the village. The route I take on my delivery runs ensures I steer clear. But today,
Nah.
it really riled them up. I managed to get away, but they smashed my fruit carts to smithereens.
Funny looking. In what way?
He was holding on to something. Must have been heavy because he couldn't glide in a straight line to save his life. Honestly, people like that shouldn't be allowed in the skies. It doesn't take a genius to know.
Heavy object. The artifact? This could... Tell me, did you see which way he went?
I managed to catch a glimpse as I ran from the hilly churls.
Seems like a strong lead. On with... Oh, and don't worry. As soon as I get back, I'll tell the Knights to mop...
There's no end to this.
for sure. But we also haven't found the artifact, which means Raptor still has... There's only one way over there. Raptor must be up ahead. However, it looks like the only way we can catch up is if we glide.
But there's a ton of enemies below.
If we're gonna do this, we'll have to glide and defeat them in one... You still had one stage to go in your exam.
Yeah, but what's that gotta do?
How about we make this the third and final stage if you're gliding?
Are you sure that's how the exam is?
It's a custom version of the exam, designed by your... Besides, the normal version of the exam wouldn't be fit for the hero of Mondstadt. So, what do you say? Woohoo! Good answer! Prepare for takeoff. Raptor awaits you once you defeat all these enemies. Then that gliding light... I won't let... He must be around here somewhere.
Amber! Over there!
If you insist on chasing me, so be it. Huh?
You must be Raptor. You can't escape.
I don't need to escape. There's no way you can make it.
Oh, it is pretty high. And...
Oh, little girl, why don't you run along home now and let your leader deal with this? Don't worry. I promise that once the...
Hey, watch it! You're talking to a Knights of Favonius outrider. You'll be sorry when I arrest you. You're right. He's right there in front of us. If only we could glide...
So how did he get across? If it's too far to glide, it's definitely too far for anything like...
There's also no sign of an anchor point.
Bye-bye, kiddo.
Oh no! He's getting away!
We can't hesitate any longer. The only way to get across is to... But... Don't worry. I'm the gliding champion of Mondstadt, remember? If Raptor can do it...
Oi, Outrider! You have less chance of surviving this than jumping off the Anemo God statue in Mondstadt without your wind...
Paimon sees your point. If you rule out everything that's completely impossible...
Remember that book I lent you? The one I thought was the gliding manual, but wasn't? The first birds couldn't fly. Flight was their reward for their courage to... Be my witness. Raptor says I'll never make it. But
Wait! Stop! You'll never make it! Come on, off you go now.
Raptor says I'll never make it. But if the wind says I will make...
Amber! No! You're gonna fall! You're gonna... It's a wind current! She's gliding! Amber's gliding!
You're crazy, kid! You must have known about the wind current. There's no way you would have jumped otherwise.
license. You're officially legal now. I'm not surprised, though. You are a natural after... Oh, and I'll sign you up for the next wind gliding I glide so fast that no one can keep up. It's just me up there, on my... Oh, fighting talk. It seems you have no idea how terrifying the... Well, until I kick your butt in the champion, make sure you obey the rules. Whatever you do, don't get...
Oh, brother. If you ask me,